Stock futures rally with gold on rate cut hopes. Markets wrap. Bloomberg. U.S. stocks futures gained and gold soared to an all-time high as last week's slowing inflation data reinforced hopes that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates this year. Most read from Bloomberg. Erdogan suffers historic loss in Turkey municipal elections. U.S. oil suppliers muscling into OPEC+ markets all over the world. China factory activity expands for first time in 6 months. Bridgewater CEO's turnaround hinges on wooing restless clients. China industrial upswing is latest sign of economic recovery. S&P 500 contracts added 0.4%, while markets in Europe, Australia, and Hong Kong were shut for the Easter holiday. Nvidia Corporation, Advanced Micro Devices Incorporated, and Microsoft Corporation advanced in pre-market trading, pointing to a strong open in tech stocks. Gold topped $2,265 ounce on Monday, up 1.6% from Thursday's close, while an index of the dollar inched lower. Bitcoin slipped below $70,000. A cooldown in the Fed's preferred gauge of underlying inflation last month, coupled with a rebound in household spending, suggests that the bullish narrative that propelled stocks to records this year remains intact. The so-called Core Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which strips out the volatile food and energy components, rose 0.3% from the prior month, slowing from January's surprisingly strong reading. "You have a Fed that at the moment is highly data-dependent," said Matthew Lazzetti, chief U.S. economist at Deutsche Bank. "Until we get either confirmation or a different view on what the data are going to be, it's kind of hard to gauge exactly where we end up from a Fed policy perspective." At an event on Friday, Fed Chair Jerome Powell repeated that the U.S. central bank isn't in any rush to cut interest rates as policymakers await more evidence that inflation is contained. Read more. Bullish stocks narrative seen intact after U.S. inflation data. Meanwhile, Japanese equities fell after a report showed confidence among the country's large manufacturers weakened slightly. Chinese stocks rallied as a rebound in manufacturing activity reinforced hopes that the nation's economic recovery may be starting to gain traction. The benchmark CSI 300 index rose 1.6% to lead gains in Asia. "Emerging optimism about China is real," said Vishnu Varathan, chief economist for Asia ex-Japan at Mizuho Bank in Singapore. Key events this week. U.S. construction spending, ISM manufacturing Monday. Bank of Canada issues business outlook and survey of consumer expectations Monday. Eurozone S&P Global Manufacturing PMI Tuesday. France S&P Global Manufacturing PMI Tuesday. Germany S&P Global/BMI Manufacturing PMI CPI Tuesday. India HSBC/S&P Global Manufacturing PMI Tuesday. Mexico International Reserves Tuesday. South Korea CPI Tuesday. Spain unemployment Tuesday. UK S&P Global/CIPS Manufacturing PMI Tuesday. US factory orders, light vehicle sales, JOLTS job openings Tuesday. Brazil industrial production Wednesday. Eurozone CPI unemployment Wednesday. Hong Kong retail sales Wednesday. US ISM services Wednesday. Eurozone S&P Global Services PMI PPI Thursday. India Services PMI, Thursday. U.S. Initial Jobless Claims, Trade, Thursday. Eurozone Retail Sales, Friday. France Industrial Production, Friday. Germany Factory Orders, Friday. Hong Kong PMI, Friday. India Rate Decision, Friday. Japan Household Spending, Friday. Philippines CPI, Friday. Russia GDP, Friday. Singapore Retail Sales, Friday. South Korea Current Account Balance, Friday. U.S. Unemployment, Non-Farm Payrolls, Friday.